Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to be talking about the idea that the federal government is sticking their nose into religious affairs. When they set up the government years ago, it was separation of church and state, but it doesn't mean that the separation of morality from the government. Somebody has to speak up and watch and see if the government is doing things properly according to our God-given rights. And for the federal government to be telling the Catholic Church and the other churches that you have to pass out all this birth control material, and if you don't, we'll just close you down. It's none of their business. This religious exemptions have been part of American life for a long time, and they better stay part of American life. They poke you in one eye. We can't just sit back and say, well, we're going to trust you to not poke us in the other eye. You have to start getting ready to defend yourself. I think it's time to defend yourself. And the VA is doing the same thing, I think, in my estimation. They threw out all my all my religious exemptions. They said, only we will allow your medical exemption. And if they're going to poke their finger in my one eye, I'm going to make sure they're not going to poke my other eye out. I'm going to defend myself, and it's time that we start speaking up and speaking up for a government against a government which is tyrannical. And just don't say, well, we'll sit back and hope that everything's going to be all right. Thank you very much for watching Plain Truth.